Hey, it's Ruben Lawing here in McAllen, Texas. All right, some exciting things have been happening lately. All right, one of those things is me reconnecting with a guy by the name of Eric Lofholm. So it was like 2002, beginning of 2002. I got invited to one of his seminars, and he had a combined seminar with Robert Allen and Mark Victor Hansen. All right, in this sales seminar, and the really funny thing is he was wanted to make a point, and so he asked for people to volunteer to do push-ups. So I raised my hand. At that time, I was not working out as much as I usually do, but I still worked out every day. Every day. But I wasn't running or something. My knees would bother me. I have problems with my knees off and on over the years, and I put on a little bit of weight, so a little fluffy. And he calls me up there and asked me to do push-ups. So I did 75 straight in a row, and I could have done more, but I felt the burn and didn't want to stop. And I just did them until I would have needed to stop and shake it out a little bit. But it was straight through 75 push-ups in a row. And his comment was, that just goes to prove you can't judge a book by its cover, right? And right after that seminar, man, my business took off. Now I knew what it was. I was struggling, and all of a sudden, this one realtor came to me. Him and his brother partnered up. His brother was a contractor, and they were rehabilitating the properties in Logan. They had just changed the red line laws, and it was like one of the first flips in Logan, and they did it in like less than 6 months, this 2-unit property. And the buyer had got referred to me by another realtor. And so the selling realtor came and talked to me, and I had to go through, my 7th appraiser was the only one that would give me credit for property in Golden Hill, which was like right across the road, right across the street. Go through a rock to the comps. And but it was in a different zip code, and most other appraisers wouldn't give me that value. And then I found a lender that would accept the new value. It was an appraisal review for 8 days, but they funded that loan. And once that happened, man, business started coming to me, right? And what was it that he said? What was it? I've been racking my brain, and it was basically. Two things. One was do those little things to make the process easier, and don't do it all yourself. So I got a good processor, but I also did a lot of things for the processor that made it easier to work on my files. Okay, I basically pre-underwrote them before I got them to the processor. Okay, so that was me. But to me, long time to think of what it was. I just knew that he had. So Eric has a sales system, and it's a sales model. Okay, how we do our business. He learns, and then the other is Sales Mountain, and that's taking people, promoting the next step in the process, and then scripting, which is saying the right things to make it happen. So I'm like, okay, how do I apply that to our business? And so what I figured out was, in the initial prospect call, I'm usually doing a referral call. I'm calling for one of my associates this is not second nature to them. And then the first thing I do, once I know that they know my new associate, is I introduce the campaign, the financial literacy campaign, and then I promote the Saving Your Future book. And we teach it at Harvard Business School, Columbia Business School, to Oracle and the FBI. There's like over a million in circulation. I'd like to send it to you. Our new campaign is educate 30 million families in the next 30 years. I have it in a PDF. Could I send it to you? And I get their email or confirm their email, and then I set the follow-up. Okay. And within 24 to 48 hours. And that's the initial call. The second, then there's the follow-up. And what I've been doing on the follow-up is getting them on Zoom with Bernadette Kim. And I've been watching Bernadette, and what she does is she goes back into the Saving Your Future book, right? And she shows the financial foundation. She shows how the Rule of 72, the cost of waiting, and how taxes affect your money. But she does a really good job of emphasizing that if you don't get a handle on taxes and inflation, you're never going to have enough money to retire. You're never going to be able to, your money's not going to get a chance to grow, and you're going to work the rest of your life, right? And that's basically, then the next step is, you need to make more money. And that's when we get a code number, okay? And the next step is get them a kit, okay? With the system builder book, on this page it shows our pipeline, the system flow. You become a MD trainee, then you become an MD trainer, then an MD base shop builder, and then an MD system builder. Okay, so this is, and this book is full of stuff, right? With Schwan Nguyen put this together, and it's really wild. The first time I read the system builder book, I would hear Schwan Nguyen, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Then I read his book, and it was like that movie John Carter, where he goes to Mars and can't understand what the Martians are saying. They give him this elixir, and he drinks it, and then he unlocks it. Now he can understand what they say. Well, that's kind of the same thing. When I read his book the first time, now I can understand everything he says. Schwan Nguyen. So promoting the system, I just told my new associate that it's like drinking from a fire hose, okay? But just keep exposing yourself to it, and your brain will adjust and start understanding it and accepting it. And that's basically our process and our system. Well, I got all of you on my team are going to get an email from Sherry, which is Eric Lofholm's assistant, Sherry Smith. And Eric Lofholm is going to be giving us sales training. Okay, so look for that email, and I'm looking forward to having some success with you guys. All right, have a great Wednesday.